Check. This thing on? Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the Bugzy Malone stream. I'm Bugzy Malone, the host here. This is my partner in crime, Tiberius. He's a good boy, he's my baby. He's my tiny man. Tiny Mandingo! He's a good boy. So, I hope everybody's having a beautiful night. I'm having a good night here myself. Just getting ready to sack out for the night, getting ready to go down, try and get a good night's rest. But before I sack out, I wanted to see if anybody felt like a quick sesh here. So, what I'm going to do here is to put the invite to the live panel discussion in the chat comments. Now. So yeah, if anybody's interested in coming up and hanging out for a little while, there's the link. I'm just throwing it down here, throwing down the gauntlet. Just going to have an evening sesh. That's all I'm looking for. I think Various needs to get down and play for a little while, because I got something else going on here. This is what I have in mind, right?
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
So, yeah. Cheers, everybody. Take a peek over there at the other screen, see what's happening here. Cheers. I burnt my finger, man. Ow! Ouch! Jesus. Jiminy crickets, man. I'm enjoying myself. It is a good evening all in all. My little man's over there in his cot. Of course, when I shut it down and I climb in my cot, he'll join me in mine, make me hot, sweaty. It's not cool here tonight. I don't know what. Let's see what my phone says. The temperature out there is. It's 55 degrees, it says. So it's chilly outside, but it got hot enough, sunshine direct enough today that it made the house hot. Yeah. Oh, I just keep seeing shit flickering out of the corner of my eye over there, and stop flickering shit. I don't know if it's actually flickering, if it's just my fucking brain flickering. But yeah. Let's run another video here. Let's try this.
This is the captain speaking.
Cheers, everybody. Oh, my nose is itching. Oh, some things are kind of nice. Some things are kind of sluggish out this direction. I'm gonna head back out towards Florence here shortly. Get out that way to my sister's again. Spend a few days out that way. I am feeling tired right now. And hot and tired. Need to get in front of the fan, maybe. I haven't. Yeah, I don't know. Is what is, right? Is what is. That thing was throwing out a fair amount of heat. Like I said before, my big screen on the side there, that's not just a regular flat screen. That's a goddamn plasma screen. It throws out some hellacious heat. I want to play some actual music, but I don't. Yeah, no. Right. But it doesn't really matter. It don't really matter. I don't guess. I'm not looking to monetize any of these live streams. I'm just looking to hook up with friends is all I'm looking for here, you know. Oh boy. But yeah, goddamn. Every time I play those songs I like so much, I get told it's not, my video's no longer viewable in all countries, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Tis the Bugzy Malone Show. Welcome once again. It's 9:26 on a Tuesday night. I personally feel like it's substantially warm today. I had my flannel put up in my closet because it got really warm the other day too. But then a couple nights ago it turned off cold again. And it's cold tonight and last night too. A couple nights ago it got flat out cold. Nighty-night pills. My little muscle relaxers. Take these, and then I sit here until these kick in. When these kick in, get my ass over there and lay the hell down, right? I don't know why, but my Mountain Dew tasted a little bit like it had a banana flavor. Trippy. Oh. already yawning, see? No, that ain't the pills kicking in yet. My daughter over next door, she was spiking the bowl. She was putting some shatter. She was putting shatter on top of the flour bowl. I'm all, goddamn, I don't even need that. I just want the holistic, full spectrum effect of flour. I don't need shatter. I don't need pure fucking THC or fucking. I got a fucking pure CBD extract over there, but I don't like smoking it because it tastes like fucking candy to me. When I smoke it, when I vape it, the fucking vape tastes like a fucking sweet tart or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a sweet tart. Oh my goodness gracious, that's dragging on, isn't it? I had to skip ahead. Maybe. See, I have to go on, like, you can go on YouTube and download some of their tracks. I had some of their tracks on hard drive, right? Yeah. Doing all this live streaming is like, I don't spend a lot of time in an editor after live streaming. I let it stand as is. It is what it is. This is the live show, right? So we do what we do, and then we let it breathe in the ether, right? That's just the way it is. But I need to get me some non-copyrighted music to add to my playlist here. Cheers. Wow. And I can do songs that are too big and be just fine. I mean, I want the cough, but I can handle it. You know, you get a couple of those, clear yourself, fine. Fucking shatter, I can fucking cough. Sound like I got goddamn tuberculosis. It makes me cough every time I fucking. I can't vape. Vape tickles me and makes me cough. Smoke, been maybe because I smoked cigarettes for so many years. Back of the hair. Oh, I got chills combing through the back of my hair. That means I really did need it. Oh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wonderful. Wunderbar. So I rearranged my HDMI cords today. That way, the one I had running into the front of the big TV now goes into the back, so there's no cord sticking out the front. But what I had in the back was my. Can you see it? I don't know. I can't get it up here. My Chromecast. From this point on, that's what I'll use in the front. I got my Blu-ray player going to one HDMI, my computer going to another HDMI, and the third HDMI is on the front of that thing. So the third HDMI will be where I plug in the Chromecast when I'm using it. But I am not using it right now. So that being said, let's hang the wire where I can see it and know what it is by what's sitting near it. There we go. Hung the wire and put the Chromecast right next to it. Chromecast gets hot when I leave it plugged in. I like using the Chromecast because I can stream the computer stuff I like to watch on the TV to the TV without having the computer on, and just control it from my phone, just like cast it. You know what casting is. Yeah. But yeah. This music I'm playing right now is shit that came with that's on StreamYard. I have 3 songs that I added to the bottom of this, but they're famous bands and they're copyrighted music, and I get my stream gets hit. I need to delete them because I'm not going to use them here. I mean, I want to listen to them. I could, but I don't. Yeah, delete them because I don't want to get. They're gone. I mean, I can always put them back because they're albums I own. They're not my copyright. I mean, they're albums I've paid money to own. Fuck. I'm getting jiggy with it, getting jiggy right now, getting big jiggy all over the town. Oh, it's still warm, but it feels like I'm pulling off a hair. I am going to put an open flame live in here, too. Valerie, this is for you. Ow, I just burnt myself fucking trying to set it down and having my hand over the top of it like that. I can see a little bit of blackening right there on that part. I guess that'd be the ball? I don't know. Of my hand. That's your heel, right? That's the heel of your hand? Is that the ball? Like the ball of your foot is behind your big toe, but what your thumb is your big toe on your front leg. It's opposable, right? So it ain't connected at the ball. The ball has moved to behind the second toe, right? And that's your forefinger. Want to talk evolution? I can enjoy talking evolution to people, like, because I've listened to enough lectures that I understand. I completely understand it, even if I can't communicate it completely. I've listened to enough lectures that I understand it, even if I can't communicate it to you properly. But I can point you to some lectures that will make you understand it. We'll put it into your brain. If that's something anybody's interested in, they can hit me up and I can point them in the right direction. I mean, there's two people I can think of right off the top of my head I can just say who can teach you a whole bunch about biological evolution, and that's Richard Dawkins and Arn Ra. You check out anything any of those two do, and you'll learn about biological evolution. That was called Daydreaming. That's what the music that comes with it. This one's called Feeding the Ducks. Feeding the Ducks. I said feeding, but it's Feeding the Ducks. Has the G on it. I can't tell you who played it because it doesn't list that. The stuff that kept getting me hit was, one was by Megadeth, one was by Alice in Chains. Maybe two was by Alice in Chains. Maybe one was by Nirvana. I can't remember. I just deleted them, so it doesn't even really fucking matter, right? I'm gonna download some music from the YouTube music and add it to this, so that I can have it on hand, and even if I gotta rename it so I know what's what, because some of the stuff is got senseless naming. I mean, this is Feeding the Ducks. What the fuck does this have to do with feeding ducks? You know what I mean? I hope someone can find some value in my videos, because I feel like there's not many people watching my videos. So I hope someone even if one person watches it and finds some sort of value in it, I hope that happens. Feeding the Ducks. That's what that's called. I like the idea of feeding the ducks. I used to take the kids down to the pond in Youngtown, Arizona, down there. It's right next to Sun City, and it's like the trailer park on the side of Sun City, basically. Youngtown, and it was tract housing, just like Sun City, but they let anybody in. Didn't have the 55 years old requirement, no kids requirement. You know what I mean? Youngtown actually allowed families to move in as well as retirees. So, I mean, it is what it is, and that's, at one time there was a big hospital there, and it was our nearest emergency room, and we used to go there for emergency room visits. That hospital the building exists. It's like a place where old people go to get like rehab workouts for their ailments that attack their body. They go to work out afterwards, try to get rehabbed back into actually active living. Oh. Do you like my skull and crossbones right there? That's a piece of metal art that I made. The skull and crossbones are two separate pieces of metal. Those are both made out of 1/4-inch steel plate. And I cut them out with a torch, and then I added the three-dimensional contouring, like the eyebrows and stuff like that. It was all added on with a welder. And I cut with a grinder to do contouring, like the under the cheeks and to round the eyebrows and to round the edges and make the skull look more three-dimensional. I used the grinder for that, and to make it look like one of the crossbones was in front of the other. That also was done by grinder. 1/4-inch steel. You got a little bit of thickness to work with there. I mean, you can press a grinder pretty hard against it, and you ain't gonna cause a deep mistake groove. You know what? And even if you do, what people say when you say, well, they had Those are the two femurs from a pirate, the same pirate that the skull's from, right? One of them had the gash from a sword blade, from a rapier blade, right? Well, how many pirates were walking on peg legs and shit like that? Who would have a half? Some of people, if you made the skull and crossbones out of some people, you'd have half a femur, right? You'd say some people you'd have none. So it's your femur is the biggest leg in your body. I mean, as far as the biggest leg in your body, the biggest long bone in your body is your femur. That doesn't count your pelvis or your skull, as far as like weight wise and stuff like that. Those are not long bones, They're not part of your limb or part of a rib or part of a whatever. Cheers. Oh, what was I going to do? I was going to do this.
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
We're coming up hard on the 30-minute mark. It's 9:45. Cheers. This lighter, I had put it away. I remember now I had put it away because the clicker had stopped working. But it laid up in the box for a while, and somehow the clicker came back to life. But the more I use it, the less it's working. And I think it may have just given its oh, see that shit? I think it's out of all it can do. Yeah, ooh. But yeah, it worked all day today. I carried it in my pocket and shit. Goddamn candle didn't want to go out. So let's get that other son of a bitch back out here. Leave that up in the box, right? In the stash box so that it's stashed away just in case I need it. Maybe it'll work if I leave it alone again for a long time. Lid on. Cheers, Valerie. Uh-oh. The goddamn miners are rioting right now. I'll be back in a second. Have to deal with this. Yeah, you son of bitches, get back to work, you motherfuckers. No, you can't have any more breaks. You had all the breaks you gotta get. Get back to work, you son of a bitch. Do it now or you're fired. You can walk your happy ass back up out of that mine. That's what I thought. Get your happy ass back to work. I dealt with that. Oh fuck, was my mic live? Oh shit. Y'all hear how I treat my employees, huh? Oh fuck. I guess that says something about me, huh? How I treat my employees. Yeah, good thing these are imaginary employees and it's all me, right? You know where the mine shaft is, right? Straight down the middle of my face. That's the mine shaft. The miners are the workers that right quick here, we're going to take a break and bring you a word from our sponsor right quick. So, this is Bugzy Malone, and here is a word from my sponsor.
Stranglehold.
For those long nights when you just can't seem to fall asleep, they'll put you out like a light. Get yours tonight, Stranglehold.
Cheers, Strangleholds. Thank you for the sponsorship. This kind of smells good when I scratch it. Smells like my my beard. I don't know what the fuck you call it. Beard. It's not wax. It's more conditioner, but I do have hair wax. But I don't know. Now that I'm over 50. I don't know how people handle me putting this in the top of my head anymore. That's, oh goddamn, I can't hardly. Yeah, that's the color. You can see it through the jar, right? It's a metallic-y, like a sparkly green, dark. A deep green, but it's got sparkles in it. And it's hair wax. There, maybe you can see the color better. God damn, man. Can't get the light on it without tipping it way over. Shiny green shit, eh? Now, this is my beard balm. The company is Best Damn. It's Best Damn Beard Balm. Scent redwood. Doesn't really smell like redwood. Not for clowns. For the beard of a world champion. Duke Cannon Supply Company, made in USA. A portion of proceeds benefits U.S. veterans. Best Damn Beard Balm. I got this and some beard wash from my brother-in-law and sister. They gave it to me for Christmas. It's the exact same brand. It's Best Damn Beard Wash. That's Best Damn Beard Balm. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I like. It makes you feel fresh and smell like you smell different, So I like that one. I don't want to use the same fucking cologne fucking every goddamn time I go out in public. People start saying, "God damn, man, how much of that shit you use?" Constantly smell the same shit on you. God. Things are warm. I'm gonna turn it off of the comments and put it over on other stuff. And I'm gonna take my glasses off. The time I spend with my glasses off, I can't see the comments anyway. If I'm leaning back like this, I can see the comments if I'm sitting up like this right here, looking at the screen, looking down compared to the camera, But if I'm sitting back here and I'm looking at the screen so that it's just a hair below the camera, I gotta have spectacles on. It just don't have the same clarity I did when I was a youngster. I remember seeing the fly ball in high definition. I remember seeing that way. What the fuck happened to my eyes, man? Old age crept up on me and my macular degeneration. My macular degeneration. creeping up on me, I guess. Son of a bitch. Oh, God, it feels extra hot to me. Convert a full-size HDMI, that's a full-size female HDMI, to a male on that end micro HDMI. You ever use a micro HDMI? We've owned a couple of smartphones since smartphones came out that had micro HDMIs. You could plug them into the TV and watch movies off of them in high def. Those were very early on, and they haven't done it in a long time. One of the early heavy hitters was the HTC Thunderbolt. The HTC Thunderbolt was ahead of its time, and it was a heavy hitter in the smartphone market. And yeah, it kicked some butt actually, and we quite enjoyed using it. My current smartphone, while it's de- de- delicacy, how delicate it is a problem. I had it in the case it's in. Not the best case to be dropping it in, I'll admit. It's not the worst one to be dropping it in either, but I had it laying on the top of my thigh. I was sitting out drinking coffee, talking to my father. We were sitting there drinking coffee, and my brother's dog came up and just leapt, leaped upon me, leapt into my lap. However, the dog bounded up into my lap, and the phone went flying. And we don't. Our whole house is tile, and we don't have any area rugs or nothing. We got marble tile the whole house. So when my phone got kicked, kicked off of my lap and went skittering out across the tile, bouncing right open, land on the corner, fold this way, land on a corner, open, land on a corner, fold this way. I mean, it like tumbled bouncing on corners. So, I mean, and I don't know if I can get that to show on camera or not. But yeah, maybe I can if I reflect the light just right. Let me wipe it real good here. I'm rubbing it on my pants and calling it wiping it real good. Well, I mean, these pants are not particularly cruddy. You know how believe me, the weekend pants of a working man, they become that you wear a pair of pants for a week. When you retire. No, I mean, yeah, if you have solid bowels, right, and stuff like that, yeah. I mean, I don't wear my pants on a fucking construction site no more. Or the steel yard. Anyone who's ever worked with steel understands the kind of coating of grease that a piece of stock steel comes in. It's coated in oil or grease, one of the two. It's either like a petroleum jelly grease, or it's a thick coat of some thick oil. Like gear oil, not like motor oil, right? Not like tranny fluid, not like motor oil, but like gear oil, like pour it and it's slow like syrup, right? So, yeah, every piece of metal I've ever cut, every piece of metal I've ever welded, every piece of metal I've ever tried to take my goddamn marker out and mark a line on has had too much oil for me to mark it, right? And they want us to put our fucking information on it so you can guarantee your weld doesn't fail, right? So, fuck you, I ain't initialing nothing, you motherfuckers. Well, I say that, but that wasn't until after they asked me to do something I couldn't agree with. That was an issue. That was the issue for me there, and not getting a raise. I busted my ass for a year and 3 months for that company and didn't get a fucking raise. After the 1 year, I was pissed. After that 3 months, I was like, okay, I'm cold quitting. What do they call that? Cold quit? Not cold quitting. What do they call that? Silently quitting. Well, anyway, where you just say, okay, you want to pay me this much an hour, that's how much work you're going to get is what's worth that much an hour to me. Sorry. But loyalty has to be a two-way street, right? I mean, you go work for your company. I had fucking a degree in drafting and 4 years of pipe fitting for gas line companies, for gas mains in the city. Not in, a couple in the city of Phoenix, yes, but mostly in the Phoenix area, the Phoenix metropolitan area, in the more outlying cities, because Phoenix has become landlocked in between all the other cities around it. Like on its north end, Peoria's got it shut in on one side, and Scottsdale has it locked in on the other. And Glendale's just as locked in as Phoenix is. The only place Glendale could expand would be between Surprise and I-10 and up the side of the mountain, right? And I don't know how soon or high they want to do that mountain. So, and I'm talking about, for anybody who knows the area, is the White Tank Mountains. Uh, the Luke Air Force Base is in the city of Glendale. So Glendale has an arm that reaches all the way out to the White Tanks. Surprise, out where they've landlocked El Mirage into any land it has, it's already used pretty much. El Mirage has no expansion left to do. It's expanding. It's I think it's going to start building high rises along the river bottom. And here's the honest truth of this river bottom that's called the Agua Fria River Bottom. When my dad was a kid, he seen that motherfucker gush high enough to get up to the bottom of the train bridge. And the bottom of the train bridge is about, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet off the sand at the bottom, right? So that motherfucker was running 15, 20 feet deep when my dad was a kid. I've seen it running maybe 2 or 3 feet deep, gushing down it when they were releasing water to go down it. And it was gushing along at about 3 feet deep, and it was running underneath the bridges where my dad said it was up to the bottom of the bridge, splashing up on shit. You know, it was just a few feet, and then it wasn't that very deep when I saw it. But it is the Agua Fria River, which the top of the Agua Fria River runs into the back of Lake Pleasant, and the gully that comes out below the dam is Lower Agua Fria River. Now, places that my dad's seen gushing 15 feet deep in water. In my lifetime, I've seen them gushing 3 or 4 feet deep in water. And at this point, they've rebuilt the dam at the big lake at the top of between upper and lower Agua Fria River bottom. Above it, it has a trickle, it has a stream. It has several, but the lake has several tributaries that lead in. Agua Fria being one of the larger ones, but one that basically leads out, and that's the wash bottom that is the Agua Fria River bottom. I mean, it is a river bottom. You go out in it in anything that isn't a like a symmetrical 4-wheel drive Jeep or dune buggy or something like that. If you go out in it in a street car, you're going to get stuck. You're going to drive out on sand, and all of a sudden the sand just goes soft under you. It'll be nice and firm, like it's been wet recently, and no one's dug around on it. But all of a sudden you'll get into where the sand has gone dry, and basically it becomes 2 foot deep quicksand. The sand is just dry, and the grains are loose enough to each other that you drive off into this sand, and it just goes. You bury your goddamn car in the sand. I mean, we literally have quicksand everywhere, but it's 1.5 foot, 2 foot deep. So, I mean, and it's not got no water in it. It's got enough air in it that the vibrations that the car driving on it can have is to you know what liquefaction is, like in an earthquake when it vibrates the ground at the right frequency, all the dirt will just start acting like a fluid because it becomes a fluid literally. It vibrates at a frequency where all the grains of sand and dirt are vibrating fast enough they're bouncing off each other and can flow by each other in essence becoming a fluid because they're vibrating at frequencies where they're vibrating to make themselves loose and be able to flow by each other. But yeah, and it's like you could walk across it and not feel it, and then when the vehicle comes rumbling up on it and squishes down a little bit, it just all of a sudden it dive off into the sand. I've sat the frame of my car on sand, just getting off the side of the road to turn around out at the Hacienda River bottom. And the Hacienda is another place. The Hacienda is a cool place to go check out. If you're ever up in Wickenburg, if you ever have a chance, go to Wickenburg and go to a place called the Hacienda River Preserve. Now it's just a local club that maintains this riparian area that there's birds and there's fish and I mean, in a river that's called the Hacienda, which is probably Hohokam Indian. I'm not sure exactly, but I think it might be that. One of the people that fell under the umbrella of Navajo here in the valley, probably Hohokam, but the word means upside down river, and it's because the river's largest quantity of water is flowing below the surface of the sand. You go out to the river bottom. Okay, there's a spot up between here and Wickenburg where you can get off and the water is flowing. You can go out there and dig a hole in the sand and you can make a swimming hole that's 2-3 foot deep for you and your little ones, right? So it's like a sand hot tub, but it ain't hot, you know? Because the water's literally flowing through the sand. You dig a bunch of sand out and it'll be water, a pool of water that's ever so slightly flowing and ever so slightly moving. But because you dig out a big pit, it'll have an open space where it can seem quite still. And there are spots on the river, most spots on the river where the water is showing, the worst part about crossing it at a random spot is having to sit your ass crack down, expose the top edge of your pants to that sand, because when you're sitting down, to take off your boots and roll up your pants, right? Come on up, Tiberius. This is our show, not just mine, right? Everybody, this is Tiberius once again. He's my partner in crime. He's my henchman, maybe. You want to be my minion? You want he wants more. He wants to be my mini me. Mini me. You'll complete me. You know, I am a dog, a dirty blind dog. I drink Kabari with a marinated wild hog. I make no sense. I'll lick an electric fence. I'll stick the wires in my pants and do a Celtic dance. And I got a mouthful of slobbers and I need to swallow it down. See, I'd love to be able to play that music on here, but I'm almost certain I would get copyright strikes for. I mean, and a copyright strike isn't a strike like a strike against your channel. Copyright strike is a hey, you can't monetize this video. If you do, the owner of that song's going to get the money for it. That's all a copyright strike does. You want Mountain Dew, dude? I don't think. Yeah, he don't like Mountain Dew so much. All these chihuahuas, they do like the caffeine, but he ain't a big sugar fan. They all drink fucking coffee. Every goddamn one of these little bitty motherfuckers will ninja drink your coffee. That's because my sister lets them have it when she's done. She like drinks a half a cup a day. You know, she makes it big old frou-frou sweetie coffee, cup of coffee, and she drinks half of it, and then it's a little too cold. So and like me, I'm like my parents. I don't drink my coffee cold. I drink it hot. I believe she's like me a little bit that way. So she once it starts getting too chilly, it doesn't taste good to me. It's like the texture of fried chicken. I can't eat fried chicken. I can eat fried chicken, you know, chicken fingers, the breast strips. I can eat those all goddamn night long. I don't know how old I was. I'm gonna guess and say 6 or 8. It's either 6 or 8 years old. That's still a guess, right? So I'm not. Don't count me as saying that that's gospel. But I was 6 or 8, and I was playing out in the yard out here at this very house, and my mom. Okay, see, we were latchkey kids in a small town that we were literally when they talk about am I on? I just cussed about the internet dropping the fucking stream. I keep getting booted and then hooking back. That right there, that right there is the example. It's just doing funky shit. That didn't even give me a buffering thing. It just went black. Like, oh, you're off the air. Whoopie doo, diddle motherfucker. Well, I need to stop cussing so much, I guess. Hello? Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Hello? Were you knocking? My problem isn't the gut. It's the fact that I'm all gut and no butt. I have all this girth around the mid and no hips, no butt to hold my jeans up. I put on the belt and I keep putting it tighter and tighter and tighter, but all that does is make it hurt as it goes down further and further and further. I just like, Jesus Christ, man. You know, they talk about the perfect V-shaped male figure, and then it shows like the guy with the great big shoulders and the tiny little butt down here, but it's a round butt, right? Mine's just a fucking flat butt. It goes from my goddamn spine and my love handle straight down to the backs of my legs. I guess. No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm all gut, no butt. My pants fall off. What can I say? If I ever got caught, I mean, yeah, there's a few times I almost fucking completely lost them. Some weird shit can go down in this world. I've had my pants cut off me at a car crash and fucking, yeah. They thought I was bleeding internally. I don't blame them for thinking it. I wish I would have had say-so in whether or not they catheterized me. But they couldn't give me say-so because they were going to knock me out. I had to lay still for 3 days straight, so they kept me in a drug-induced coma for 3 days after we got in a crash. Broke my pelvis. They were trying to get my pelvis to set. That's my tiniest little man. Better not be looking for a place to shit. Better go shit on your. Oh, you already did. You already shit on. You're a good boy. Come here. So good. He's a good man. Yes, he is. I guess, at least for a while, any girl I date is going to be okay with threesomes. There's always going to be two of us guys in the bed. I mean, I'm going to get his snippy go on, but I don't want him to be Mr. Vicious fucking dog that's gone crazy because his balls have been kicked too many times because they stick out behind him half again its length. You know? And I know dogs like that too. I mean, I'm speaking from personal knowledge, firsthand experience of firsthand witness experience. I mean, I knew a guy who once was running from the cops, and he tried to jump a barbed wire fence, and the barbed wire caught his where his marbles go. It was say his mojo bag. The barbed wire, one of the barbs on the barbed wire fence caught on his mojo bag, and I don't know what the occurrence of exposed mojo or what happened, but I guess it was laid open pretty gnarly. I got a video up on my main. It's not even on my main channel. It's on one of my other channels, but it's linked up to my main channel. Um, if you watch videos in a playlist that I call About Me on my Bugsy's Evil Deeds channel, there's one where I talk about, I think I talk about my wreck. Yeah, I talk about my wreck I was in. There's one where I talk about a wreck I witnessed when I was 10 years old. The one that I witnessed when I was 10 years old was let's put it this way. My buddy's mom took us to campground on the Hacienda River. My buddy's mom took us to a campground on the Hacienda River. On Easter Sunday, we were hunting eggs. There were other families there hunting eggs too. This is the park where it used to be a park where the rest area going into Wickenburg is now on the 60. Back when I was a kid and back when I'm talking about, it had two entrances. And where the rest area is now is we'll call that the north entrance, and there's the south entrance that's closer to Phoenix, right? And they're, let's say, I believe they are precisely a quarter mile apart. Well, Guy had been having lots of beers. I mean, everybody was having lots of beers around the park, right? People came there and they pretended they were floating the river, but they were sitting in a little hole they dug in the sand so that it'd be deep enough to get up to their armpits. You know what I mean? So they're sitting in a hole in the sand full of water, like they're floating an inner tube. They got a little round hole dug out. There's beer, sit down in it, keep it nice and cool. You know, you get right where the water's flowing through your hole, it stays cool. You get where it pulls up off the side where the stream isn't feeding into it and running out of it, it'll get quite warm and almost to the point where it's like, God, I feel like I'm pissed. It's just bad, you know. But yeah, in the flowing water, it's quite chilly, but it is. Did I ever finish talking about the word Hacienda River? I talked about what language I thought it might be, but okay, with what the word translates into English as is upside down river, and it's because all the water flows under the sand mostly, and yeah, it's pretty cool, and you learn about it if you go, like I said, to the conservancy, the conservatory, whatever it is, the preserve, the river preserve. It's quite an enjoyable place to visit. I've been there several times where I was a chaperone with my daughter's Girl Scout troop. Okay, my daughters, they had Girl Scouts, but they didn't. Their mom went away a long time ago. Long time ago. I mean, at this point, it is what it is, and it's history because my youngest daughter is 24 at this point. So, what does that fucking even matter at this point? But yeah, it was been a while. Devil child came back. She left in first grade just go live with her mom, where her mom was living, and in first grade she was reading better than when I went and got her and brought her back out in third grade. So she spent 2 years in school in Glendale. I can't remember the full name of the school. I remember the last name. This is an odd name. This is the name of the school is something Menzendick. Fucking weird name. I told you it was a weird name. But it's a real name. It's a real elementary school. Imagine the kids teasing about the name of the namesake of the school. Menzendick. You can let your own imagination run with that one. I don't even need to add to it, right? Wow. This man has to go with me whenever I go up north in my car or something. He he produces so much heat. I'm a heater myself, so I can be fine with a emergency space blanket. You know, the little chrome foil blankets. You put the shiny side towards yourself if you want to stay warm, and you put the shiny side out if you want to keep the sun off you. But that's just the way it works, you know. Reflective, reflect, reflectivity, reflectiveness. Is there such a thing as reflectability? Well, because I mean, there is no reflectability when there's zero light. So, I mean, measuring reflection, would reflectability be the measure of light lost in the reflection? If you get a zero being best because it's zero amount of energy lost in whatever's doing the mirroring. That's basically what having a screen as a makeup mirror. You can see yourself on the screen. Oh, well, it helps me to look down at the screen. It helps me do my eyeshadow. Yeah, not that I need any eyeshadow. My eyelids look a little purple to me when I got up close to the screen like that. What the fuck? Must be sleepy. Well, I did take my sleepy time pills. And when I got up, my eyes kind of crossed. So yeah, maybe I should shut this down. I am probably jibber jabbering some nonsense on top of that, having my sleepy time stuff kicking in. I mean, they're non-narcotic. They're not even tizanidine, something like that. It doesn't do much. It's a skeletal muscle relaxer, and it yeah, it's bedtime stuff. It's good for me to my brain can shut off and I can relax. Well, ain't that about the shit? I can also stay up too long when it's kicking in, and if like stay up and second wind it and kind of tweaking out on the shit. I don't like that at all. Do not like that at all. I do not want that. I mean, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. That's as tweaked out as I want to get, and I don't think Mountain Dew does what it does to everyone else. I really honestly don't. I believe that these drinks that would have done that to me back in the day, I have ruined the chemical balancing act in my brain that allows these chemicals to have the effect that they're supposed to have. I have to believe that. Otherwise, something's just fucked up. But I believe that's what's went down is like I used up a chemical source or something. I don't know. Deficient with why they want me. Why the fuck do they prescribe me fucking vitamin D, man? What the fuck is that about? Fucking, I know I get all the fucking sun. What do I need to eat? Well, I eat broccoli, I eat cauliflower, I eat fucking spinach, I eat fucking meat, I eat fucking potatoes, I eat fucking. What do I need to eat that makes the vitamin D? I mean, I drink the milk with the vitamin D. There are times. I mean, it's been a few months. I think that's part of my weight loss is not drinking milk, but it was also not eating the fast food, not having the access. And I'm currently staying on that trend, just doing it by moderation at this point. I'm wholly trying to moderate. I'm allowing myself to eat anything I've ever ate, but right, everything in moderation, right? So like someone gets pizza, instead of saying I want, well, give me a medium with some jalapenos on it, right? This is what my MO would be. Get me a medium. I could put pepperoni. Uh, where was I going? I don't even remember where I'm at. I'm a fucking hobo, man. I need the train to just get me where I'm going, and I roll off and wake up, right? That's hobo, right? No, I need to. My head's not open right, or I'd be better right now. But that's beside the point. My head's not off to the point where I'm going to run out and do something to someone or something or whatever. That's not where I go. Yeah. I mean, not that it hasn't been in the past, but, right? Skeletons. What? What? Yeah, it's about time for me to shut it down. My eyes are starting to cross. I have to like pinch an eye close to keep crossing my eyes. So yeah, you all enjoy your lovely night. Thank you to anybody who came by. I ain't gonna stretch for names right now. I need to put my glasses back on. Ain't been no comments, so no one else has come up. It's all good night, right? It's good night now. My eyes are burning, so I need to like get this shit off my face and cool off. So y'all keep exploring and stay safe. Bugzy out.
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
Stranglehold. For those long nights when you just can't seem to fall asleep, they'll put you out like a light. Get yours tonight. Stranglehold.
This is the captain speaking.